Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So today we are going to be talking about three different topics. The first topic that we are going to be talking about is about Sergino Dest and his potential move to FC Barcelona. Then we will be talking about Luis Suarez and his agreement with Atletico Madrid. And lastly, we will be talking about MONCHU and what his future does hold in his career. And so we're first going to talk about Sergino Dest. And you guys know where I'm going to go with this. You know why I'm bringing this up in today's video. So within these past 3 or 4 hours, we have heard so much news about Sergino Dest. That is the only name that we have been hearing in the Barcelona football world. And so it has been reported by Juan Martí and Gerard Romero and many other journalists that do work around Spain. They have stated Barcelona and Ajax have reached an agreement in principle for Sergino Dest. Barcelona will pay 20 million plus 5 million euros in variables, and the only thing pending is how the payment will be made. And so again, there has been many sources and many journalists claiming this exact same statement. And the fact that it got to this point where we are hearing that Barcelona and Ajax have reached an agreement is some very huge news. And so the reason why I am saying that this is huge news, it is not because of the sporting reason. I'm not going to be talking about that in today's video. Once I do hear news and do see the images of Sergino Dest holding the Barcelona shirt, then we can have the discussion of what Dest could bring to Barcelona and why that's huge news. But in today's video, I'm not going to be talking about that. The reason why I'm saying that this is huge news is because of this. In the past 24 to 36 hours, there was one journalist that's highly reliable named Mike Verwey who did say Bayern had made a second bid for Sergino Dest on Monday and are approaching the asking price demanded by Ajax, which is 20 million plus 5 million euros in bonuses, which basically means that Bayern Munich have met the demands of what Ajax are asking for Sergino Dest. And so look, going forward in this video, I'm going to try my very best to paint the clearest picture so you guys can understand what is really going on right now. So here's the thing, right? Now hearing that Bayern have met the demands of Ajax and knowing that Bayern were more than ready to bring this player in, if Dest really wanted to sign for Bayern Munich, do you not think that we would already been hearing the agreement between Sergino Dest, Bayern Munich and Ajax? Because keep in mind, Bayern Munich were earlier in the race. They have been wanting Sergino Dest longer than Barcelona have been wanting Sergino Dest. And so just really think about that, right? If Sergino Dest wanted Bayern Munich, we would have already heard the agreement happen by now. By the time you are watching this video, there should have been an agreement with all parties. Now, what does this mean? What is the point that I'm trying to make here? I believe that the only reason why there hasn't been no agreement between Sergino Dest, Bayern and Ajax is because right now, Sergino Dest is waiting for FC Barcelona. Sergino Dest does prefer the club, which is FC Barcelona. Because look, Sergino Dest is probably looking at this whole situation and saying, I see Barcelona trying to sell Nelson Semedo. I see how much they're going to make. I see that Barcelona do want my services. I know that Barcelona is going to be bidding for me soon. Why don't I just wait? Why don't I just wait a couple of more hours and see what happens? Let me just wait for Bayern Munich to submit that bid, and let me wait for Barcelona to submit that bid. Then we can assess where I want to go to. And now that we are seeing the reports of Barcelona meeting the demands of the fee, which is 20 million euros plus 5 million euros in variables, and we are also hearing that Bayern Munich have also met that fee, Ajax is going to be looking at these two bids and say, okay, Sergino Dest, what do you want to do next? Where do you want to go? And again, because we have been seeing Sergino Dest hold off the negotiations between Bayern Munich and Ajax, I honestly do believe Dest does prefer FC Barcelona. Now, here's the other question. Why would Sergino Dest prefer Barcelona over Bayern Munich? We have seen 2 months ago that Bayern Munich completely trashed Barcelona 8-2. We have seen 2 months ago that Bayern Munich have won the treble. We know the direction that Bayern Munich is going to go to. We know how strong Bayern Munich can become. They are literally going to become one of the best dynasties that has ever graced the football world. So why would Sergino Dest choose Barcelona over Bayern Munich? And I think that the only reason why he is choosing Barcelona is because of a sporting reason. I believe that Sergino Dest does see a bigger opportunity with Barcelona than Bayern Munich. In Bayern Munich, they do have two right backs, which is Kimmich and Pavard. And I know that Dest is looking at that and saying, there's a big possibility that I might not get a big opportunity in Bayern Munich because of how oversaturated my position is. And seeing that Barcelona are letting go of Nelson Semedo, there is a big possibility that Dest is going to go into Barcelona and be an undisputed starter in that club. And you and me can agree, that is what every player does want. Every player does want game time. Every player does want to be on the field. And it's it's very clear that Dest is looking for that. He does want to go to Barcelona because he does see more minutes, he does see more opportunity, and most importantly, he does see that opportunity to continue to develop his game. And so if you're watching this video, I do want to make a few points very clear, and that is that Dest has not signed any papers for FC Barcelona. There is no agreement. Dest right now is in a phase where he does need to choose. Does he want to go to Bayern Munich or FC Barcelona? And as soon as we do hear the news of the personal terms agreement between Sergino Dest and Barcelona, that is when we can safely say and ask, okay, how is Dest going to work in Barcelona? What can he contribute on the field that Barcelona did not have in the previous season? Because we have heard the agreement between Ajax and Barcelona. Now the only thing that is missing is the news of the personal agreements between Dest and Barcelona. But right now, that does not exist. There is no news, there is no details between Dest and Barcelona at the moment. So it is not official, it is not finalized, but we should hear something between Dest and Barcelona in these next 24 hours if you're watching this video right now. And it says here, according to Fabrizio Romano, he has stated that it is official now. Nelson Semedo will join Wolves on a permanent deal for 35 million euros, which would mean that Barcelona will receive a total of 35 million euros and that Barcelona have officially let go of Luis Suarez, Arturo Vidal, and Nelson Semedo. We have also seen Semedo officially communicate through Instagram that he is leaving FC Barcelona. He thanked the club for the opportunity, and so it is safe to say that Semedo is a Wolves player. And so you can start seeing the clear picture on what's really going on, because these two statements did come out way before the statement of Barcelona and Ajax agreeing on a deal, which is the 25 million euros and 5 million euros in variables. So it is really adding up. I believe that Sergino Dest is seeing that opportunity, and he is also seeing that Semedo is leaving. So everything does indicate that Sergino Dest will become a Barcelona player. Again, it is not official. We have to wait and see. Right now, we're in the waiting game to see if there's going to be any personal terms agreements coming within these next 36 hours or maybe even less. We don't know, but Barcelona has for sure taken a step forward to get the signature from this young American. Moving on to the next topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about Luis Suarez. So there was tension going on yesterday when the Suarez and Atletico Madrid deal was going to be finalized, but in the very last minute, we have heard news that Bartomeu did stop the negotiations, and we were really wondering, why would he want to stop the negotiations? You were literally trying to get Luis Suarez out of this club as soon as possible. And then soon later, we did find out that Bartomeu did want some form of payment within this deal. He did not want to let Luis Suarez go out for free. And a couple of hours ago, there was a meeting held between Luis Suarez, his lawyers, and the club, which lasted about 2 hours. But in the end, from that 2-hour meeting, it has been official that Luis Suarez will be going to Atletico Madrid. It says here that multiple sources have reported that the club have reached an agreement for a transfer in which Atletico will pay in variables. Barcelona did not want to let him go for free. Suarez has already agreed personal terms days ago. And this was also backed by Fabrizio Romano. And so it is official that Suarez will become a Atletico Madrid player. And so because Bartomeu did want some form of payment on this deal, it has been said that Atletico has agreed to pay Barcelona up to 4 million euros in variables to set him free. And with that being said, it has also been stated by Alfredo Martinez that Barcelona wants to say goodbye to Luis Suarez just like how he deserves. Certain directors do not agree with the Uruguayan's departure, and there is talks that there could be a resignation within the board. And so yes, I do agree that Suarez does deserve to have a proper farewell. I do want to see Luis Suarez leave on good terms in the best way possible. And about the board member leaving FC Barcelona, there is no further information when it comes to that board member leaving. I have no idea why exactly he does want to leave, but we should hear some news within these next 24 hours on the reason why he does want to leave and who that may be. Moving on to the next topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about MONCHU. And so it is official from Barcelona themselves. They have stated Barcelona and Girona have reached an agreement for the loan of MONCHU until June 30th, 2021. Girona will take over the player's salary, and they have also secured a buy option on the Barcelona B midfielder. And according to Albert Rogue, if MONCHU plays 22 games, Girona have a mandatory buy option for 3.5 million euros. Barcelona don't have a buyback option on MONCHU. And so here's the problem with this deal. Koeman has expressed that he is going to be using a 4-2-3-1 formation with Barcelona in this upcoming season. He has also expressed that Busquets will be a player that will have his role dropped, and we assume that, okay, Busquets is going to see his minutes be massively decreased. And if you were to watch MONCHU and Busquets play, you would understand that they do not have the same role, but they do play in the same area. And if you were to examine MONCHU even further, you would also understand that MONCHU is a player player that does like to cover a lot of ground. He is a player that likes to be absolutely everywhere. The best way that I can put it is that MONCHU is literally a reflection of Arturo Vidal when he was like 28, 29 years old. And so yes, MONCHU is that type of player. And like I stated before, seeing that we're going to be playing a 4-2-3-1 formation, I believe that one of the most perfect suitors alongside De Jong in that double pivot could have been MONCHU. MONCHU was born to play in that role, but unfortunately, there is a big possibility that MONCHU might be sold on June 30th, 2021. And that is really frustrating and disheartening to hear, especially knowing that you're going to have MONCHU leave and at the same time continue to have Busquets have his stay in this club, and yet you want to say that you want to build the next FC Barcelona. That right there is the wrong direction to take. And so look, I totally do not agree with this move. I never wanted in my life to see MONCHU leave this Barcelona club. MONCHU is a quality player. MONCHU was a player that could have provided so much value for this club, and it's so unfortunate to see that MONCHU is now in this position where he could be sold. So that'll be it for today's Barcelona daily news. And so yes, right now it's true, Barcelona is moving fast. I believe that the exit of Nelson Semedo really did trigger many operations for Barcelona going forward. There is some bad news, there is some good news, but right now we have to maintain. There are still 2 more weeks left in this transfer window, and hopefully Barcelona can continue to do the right thing going forward. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. I'm happy that you guys are here, and I will see you guys in the next video.